Over the weekend, my friend and I recorded our thoughts on the Creed 2 movie that came out last Thanksgiving. Um, I've actually included a link to the trailer in the show notes. If you're not familiar with Creed 2, it's actually the sequel to the original Creed that starred Michael B. Jordan as Sylvester Stallone. If you have not seen the Creed 2 movie, I would recommend watching that before listening to this episode since this review is spoiler filled. Anyway, please enjoy. Welcome to the first episode of a new podcast. I'm joined by Black Caesar himself. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. How's everything
That's
going?
what's up. Oh, I'm good. I'm going good. What's going on with you?
Good, man. How's your day?
It's going good. Chilling Sunday, so
You gotta work,
you
do you?
already know. Oh, absolutely, man.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
That sucks.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you ready to talk about this Creed?
Let's get it. Let's jump into it, man.
Okay. So, today we want to do a review on Creed 2. Came out, when did it come out? Like around Thanksgiving, right?
And it came out on Thanksgiving. Yes, it did.
Yeah, like the
Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, I think that's when it was
Yeah.
released. Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
firstly, before we jump into it, I just gotta say I gotta big up Michael B. Jordan, man. He did a fantastic job with the film, so I gotta big him up. So,
All right. We'll get more of your thoughts on it a little bit later.
absolutely.
So, just gonna go over some of the things when it comes to the movie.
Okay.
So this Creed actually has grossed as of December 30th, 112 million in the United States and Canada,
Wow.
and 28.3 million in other territories. So it has a total of 140. So
Wow.
140.5 million against a $50 million budget.
Oh, wow.
So
That's amazing.
yeah, and that was back the 30th. So I'm pretty sure it's got a lot more money since then. So we're
And
looking
this
at
is, and you also got to think about like what he did with Black Panther, which grossed over $1 billion. So he's done a tremendous job, in Hollywood this year.
that's true. He's had a good year. Um,
Absolutely.
Also, this is actually one of the rare films I've noticed on Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah.
where the audience score and the review score are about the same because Rotten Tomato has it 83% fresh, and then the audience score was 84%, which is
Which is
really
a,
rare. It's usually,
yeah.
you know, either the audience loves it and the reviewers hate it, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So
But it seems like kind of like you could compare them, and they're the same.
yeah, I mean they're pretty much even. So
Yeah,
pretty much audience thinks it's, I would say, a B,
yeah,
B movie.
and both. Yeah,
Yeah, off a grading scale, it would pretty much be
probably
around a
be a
B.
B. I agree with that. I agree with that.
So I'm just gonna go through the cast really quick. Just go
Okay,
through the main people and then just include some of the secondary cast as well.
okay.
But obviously we have it
Michael
starring
B.
Michael B.
Jordan.
Jordan. He
Yeah.
plays Adonis Creed, so he's a main character. So Wikipedia says that the description of him is an underdog but talented heavyweight boxer and the son of world heavyweight champion
Apollo
Apollo Creed.
Creed. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So weird thing about Michael B. Jordan, I really didn't notice. I really didn't pay much attention to him until he did Fruitvale Station back in 2013.
She did a great job with too.
Yeah, but you actually know that he's been acting for quite some time because he was in The
Oh,
Wire too.
oh yeah. Since he was small, he played Wallace. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. He did a great job with that too, and I think he's just grown as an actor over time. And it's just led him to this point, where he's had opportunity to be in these movies where, you know, I think he's reached this point, man. So the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, I think he's definitely proven that he's kind of like the next, well, one of the upcoming superstars. I mean, his
Absolutely.
movies have been pretty much well received. I know he's had a few setbacks, especially
And
with
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Yeah, Fantastic Four. It was really bad.
It was. It really blowed. It
Yeah, it was
did.
it was horrible.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, it's pretty bad. But
But
um,
Fruitvale Station really
right. But
kind of
you know what?
restored his.
Actually, weird thing is that he actually had Fantastic Four that came out 20 early. I think it came out earlier 2015. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Or then he had Creed. So Creed was kind of like the redemption for Fantastic Four because it
Yeah.
came out the same year.
And it boosted back his career, right?
Yeah, 'cause his agent was probably like, "Oh man,
Oh yeah.
you're." He's like, "I'm not gonna get you any parts anymore."
Oh yeah. And I don't
Yeah,
really think it's really him. I just think it's just the roles and the writers and the directors. I think he's a great talent. I mean, he does his job. So giving
he actually was really good at he was pretty good in Fantastic Four. It's just
yeah,
that the writing was horrible. The dialogue was
yeah,
really bad, and
yeah.
then just the story didn't make much sense.
And you look at what's his name? You look at Ryan Coogler, who he is a director slash writer that was also on Fruitvale Station and Black Panther,
Mhm.
and for the first Creed. You notice he wrote those movies,
All right.
and he did a great. And the movies came out great. So I don't think it's really Michael B. Jordan's talent because I think his talent is exceptional. I think it's just him getting with the right movies and the right director and so
Right.
and I
It was
think teaming.
definitely a script. That was
Yeah. So teaming with Ryan Coogler was really good for him.
well, I heard
So
they've been friends for quite some time, so
oh yeah.
he's like in almost every all of his movies now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like
Right.
oh man, who is that guy that was always in every Adam Sandler movie? Was it um he had that movie called
David Spade,
not David Spade. Oh man. He played Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. What's his name?
Ryan Snyder,
Rob Snyder. Rob
Rob
Snyder.
Snyder, Rob Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how
Yeah.
Rob Snyder is like in almost every Adam Sandler movie, like they
Absolutely.
find a way to put him in there somehow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it reminds me of sometimes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't even know what happened to Rob Snyder. I haven't heard anything about him in quite some time.
A few years actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Well, I digress, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he had a misstep. I mean, going back to Michael B. Jordan, I mean, he did have a misstep with Fantastic Four. You know, he came out with Creed the same year, so that brought
Yeah.
him back. And then this year, I mean, last year, 2018, was I think his breakout year because he had Black
Absolutely.
Panther early in the
Absolutely.
year where he
He's
played Killmonger.
mhm.
Great villain, probably my second favorite Marvel villain out of all of the villains. And
Absolutely.
and now he has Creed 2, which is another great movie.
Oh yeah.
So,
Which is a franchise he could build off of. Well, personally, for me, I think they should end the franchise here. But I know that Sylvester Stallone passed on the torch, and I feel that there's going to be more to come in the franchise.
oh,
So
definitely. You know what I think the next one is going to be is that it's going to have Sylvester Stallone dying,
you
like
believe
off
so?
screen. I think
Yeah.
it's going to start off with him passing away.
Yeah.
And then Michael B. Jordan has to get a new trainer. And then, he's going to have to fight another person that maybe he's not prepared for. I'm not
Yeah.
sure who. I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but that's what I think is going to happen.
I'm very curious where they're going to take the story. I'm very
Well,
curious.
well, I hope they don't. This movie had a lot of nostalgia.
It did.
You have Adonis Creed, son of Apollo Creed, then you have Rocky, then you have Ivan Drago, Viktor Drago, son of Ivan Drago,
Yeah.
And they're fighting. So that's pretty much the movie right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, since that nostalgia factor is gone, Sylvester Stallone's not going to be in the next one because he's
No.
stepping away. There's really no purpose of having either, Ivan Drago or Victor in the next one.
No, not at all.
So I'm actually very curious as to see who he's going to fight. I
Or
mean,
what if they do have Victor Drago come back? Like he trains extra hard and comes back and they try to.
I don't like that idea.
No, that wouldn't be a good idea.
What are they going to do? Like 3 more of just him fighting Victor Drago?
Yeah,
Victor Drago trains, comes back,
yeah,
fights
you're
him,
right.
beats him up.
Yeah,
He does a
yeah,
montage. fights him again, wins. Then Viktor Drago comes back again, fights him, wins.
Yeah,
Send it
very
back and forth.
predictable. Yeah, it would just be redundant, which I don't think would be a good job. So I think you're right.
Yeah, I really do think you're right that they should end it here because I think the way they ended it was a really good send off.
Yeah,
But you know, Hollywood, since it's making money, they're gonna be like, "Whoa,
absolutely,
we got to
absolutely.
drag this thing through the mud as much as possible."
Oh yeah. So you know there's gonna be another one.
It's probably gonna be
So
like 3 more.
I think so. I think so. I think so.
Well, Michael B. Jordan's gonna be 45 and still playing, Adonis. I'm
Oh
trying
yeah.
to trying to box
Oh
like
yeah.
30-year-olds, but whatever. But
Yeah.
but yeah, this year's, I mean, last year, I keep forgetting it's 2019, but
Yeah.
2018 was definitely his breakout year.
I believe so. I agree with that.
Actually, let me ask, what is your favorite movie from him?
So far,
Mhm.
um, I would have to say, it's a. I would say between Creed 2 and Fruitvale Station. I would have to say those are equal. Fruitvale Station and Creed 2. I think his acting in Fruitvale Station, was amazing. Just his range and how he was able to tell the story of that gentleman. I can't remember his name. And it was just so heartfelt. It was so emotional for me. I even cried in the movie, especially what the movie is about. And it's just, I think he did an amazing job. I thought it was Oscar worthy. Absolutely.
It is a very powerful movie, so I definitely get that.
What about you? What's your favorite movie from Michael B. Jordan?
From Michael B. Jordan, I would say Fantastic Four, man. You know what? I would probably say the second Creed, this one,
The
this
second
movie that we're
Creed.
doing.
Yeah.
I think he was really good in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I
you,
would say that.
do you think it's Oscar and Golden Globe worthy?
Nah, it's not gonna win
Okay.
anything. No.
Okay.
Just like how they have Black Panther
Yeah.
going as Best Picture, and I'm like, that's not gonna win.
It's
But
not.
it's a good movie. I
Yeah.
liked it, but it's not gonna win Best Picture.
No. No. Would you put it as one of your favorite Marvel movies?
Definitely. I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
actually, if I had to rank it, I would say my favorite Marvel movie as of right now is Infinity War.
Yeah.
Um, I would say Thor Ragnarok was actually one of my favorites too. I would probably put that.
Yeah.
I would put that and Black Panther as number 2.
Okay.
So I switch off between those two because I really do like Black Panther. I like the story, and I like how the only thing I don't really like about Black Panther is the CGI. Um, I just think it wasn't finished.
Yeah.
Like you could definitely, it just takes you out of the movie. Like especially at the last part where they're fighting T'Challa. It looked really bad, very bad at certain parts. But other than that, I really like the story, and I did like the acting. I thought acting was really good.
Yeah, it was.
I like the story.
It was. It was. Do you think? I know Ryan Coogler. He was kind of wrapped up with Black Panther, but and he did the first Creed movie. Do you think he's gonna do any other films in the Creed franchise, or you think they're gonna keep the same director as they did for Creed 2?
I think they'll probably get another director.
You think so?
Yeah, because I know Ryan Coogler is working on the next Black Panther movie,
Yeah. But what
and that's
about
probably going to take up most of his time.
what about the new? What about the director that's currently who's the Creed 2 director?
Oh, I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. Does he really have any other credits? What else has he really done?
I
Um,
never I never really researched his
let's see.
career.
So the director of Creed 2 is see if I can find his name. Check IMDb really quickly. Forecast. Stephen Cable Jr.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stephen Cable Jr. He hasn't really done too much. He did a TV miniseries called The Rapture. this year.
Oh,
He did 2 episodes of Grownish.
okay.
I've never heard of this show. It was called Class in 2015.
Oh, I haven't never
I don't
heard
know
of
what
that.
that show
Yeah.
is. But yeah, he hasn't done too much. He's done a couple TV spots or TV episodes. So this is actually his big like foray into movies.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a couple of producer credits, he has a couple of writer credits, but nothing big.
I think this was a great start for him.
Yeah, I think so too. I think either they'll have him come back to direct the third one, or they'll try to get someone else new,
Yeah.
and he'll move on to doing something else.
I think so too. I think he'll probably do the next one.
Yeah.
Just one more. So, but I think what's his name is probably just going to be one of the executive producers, Ryan Coogler.
Right.
I think, yeah, because he's the one that brought the franchise back.
True.
So
then we have Rocky himself, Sylvester Stallone. Don't really need any much introduction to Rocky.
No,
I mean,
it's really his movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the weird thing about Sylvester Stallone is that he's still in really good shape for his age. I think he's in his like late 70s now or something like that,
or mid 70s. Yeah. So,
but and everybody knows he was really big in the 80s.
Yeah.
In the 90s, he was a big name too, but I think he was kind of cooling off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then really into the 2000s, you didn't really hear too much from him.
Yeah.
He had the Expendables trilogy.
Yeah.
Which I remember. I think the first one came out in like 2009.
Yeah.
They really didn't need to make 3 of them.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
Yes. I think his career started really kind of going down really after Rocky 4. Because nobody. I mean, I personally liked it, but I know nobody really liked Part 5. The Rocky.
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, because of course everybody remembers the first 2 with Apollo Creed and then Mr. T in Part 3 and Ivan Drago in Part 4. But I think Part 5 is forgettable for a lot of people.
Yeah, I just remember that. I remember the first 4 Rockies because those are like the big ones. But yeah, the other ones, it's kind of like Rambo though.
Yeah,
like the newest Rambo, well, the most recent Rambo that came out is very forgettable.
Yeah,
but the ones in the 80s were really good. So
yeah.
But
I thought, and even Rocky Balboa, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty good to me. I like all the Rockies personally, and I thought Rocky Balboa is pretty good, but I don't think it was critically acclaimed like the first 4 Rockies were.
Right.
But I think Ryan Coogler really revived him by bringing him back in Creed.
Yeah, he did. He kind of like reinvigorated him, and
absolutely all around. Absolutely.
Gave his resurrected his career, because I don't think he was really doing much of anything before that.
Because he when Creed first, because even with the first Creed, he got a Oscar nomination and he got a Golden Globe nomination.
Didn't he win? He won.
He won the Golden Globe, but he didn't win the Oscar.
Yeah.
I thought he should have won the Oscar though. I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was really good in that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see what the future holds for him, because he's not doing Rocky anymore. So I don't know what
he's doing Rambo.
He's doing another Rambo.
Yeah, yeah, he's doing one last Rambo.
Come on, dude. Seriously,
he's doing one last Rambo.
They give it up.
Yeah.
At least
I think he's doing another Expendable too.
You know what they should do? They should make Ryan Coogler direct that one and have Michael B. Jordan play like his adopted son or something.
Absolutely.
Revive the whole Rambo franchise.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's actually making another. Hold on, I gotta check that out. Is he really making another one?
Yeah, dead ass.
Why? Well, you know what? I shouldn't ask that, because Arnold Schwarzenegger is making another Terminator.
Terminator.
Life of me, I'm not understanding why. Oh, and they're making it. Wow, they're making another Expendables too. Come on now.
I told you.
Rambo 5: Last Blood.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting off topic, but that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I told you.
Ridiculous. They just stop.
Yeah.
You know how much money that movie's gonna make? Like $10
You think
million
it's gonna?
dollars.
You don't think? You don't think it's gonna do well?
No, no. It better be another big name in there. Hold on. Who else is in that movie? Who else has been announced?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of no
Unless
names.
unless they got Jason Statham or The Rock in there, he should probably get The Rock to be in there. I think it would do well if he got The Rock in there.
Yeah, but then The Rock would just take over the movie and like make a spinoff.
Yeah, like he's been doing. Yeah, true. Yeah,
But yeah, that's yeah, he doesn't have any other big names in there. It's just him and like a bunch of other random people that I've never heard of. Whatever.
yeah,
Well, good luck to you.
yeah,
But yeah, okay, well that's enough about Sylvester Stallone.
yeah,
Rambo 20.
yeah.
So I would say that they're number 1 and 2, and then the next biggest name in the franchise in the Creed 1 and 2 would probably be Tessa Thompson.
Yeah.
Now I know Tessa Thompson plays what's her name, Bianca Taylor, Adonis's
His
girlfriend. Yeah, she becomes his fiance in the movie. And spoiler alert, they have a kid together.
Absolutely.
But she's also a singer-songwriter, and well, she played a singer-songwriter in the movie. And I actually like that. Some of her songs were in the movie. Actually, were pretty good.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I liked how they kind of gave her that opportunity to express her talent, especially going along with the story. And I liked how they had her given the introductory song to his last fight. I thought that was really good how they did that as well.
Right. Yeah, that introductory song was really cool.
Yeah.
So I really didn't know much about her until she played. Well, how she came to my attention was when she played Valkyrie in the Thor Ragnarok. So,
and Thor. Okay.
Yeah, she played Valkyrie in Thor, which was, I guess, maybe her biggest role. Not really her biggest role, but like maybe her most well known.
Yeah.
Because a lot of her other movies are kind of like independent movies. Like I know she was in Dear White People.
Yeah, the show. No, the movie. I'm sorry.
But that wasn't really mainstream. It was more like underground.
Netflix. Yeah. It was more Netflix, right?
Well, it actually came out in theaters, but it wasn't really like a big blockbuster hit. It was more like a slow burn. It was, I mean, it did okay, but it wasn't like a blockbuster. And then,
do you agree that like maybe Creed is the movie that's gonna really make everybody come to give everybody that star power?
I think so. I mean, definitely launched Michael B. Jordan because I know. I mean, even though he had Fruitvale Station before, he was still kind of under the radar. A lot of people didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
He was just more of like an up and comer.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think Creed really put him on the map.
Yeah, it did.
And then Black Panther really like shot him into space.
It did. It really did.
Creed 2 was just a build on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it catapulted his career.
So I think with Tessa Thompson, it's the same thing. I know she had Sorry to Bother You in 2018 as well, which was kind of a weird movie.
Yeah. I wasn't really too fond of it. Yeah, I wasn't really too fond of it.
No. I was okay with it until they brought in the horse people.
Yeah.
And then it just went off the rails. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. And she also was in this movie called Annihilation, which actually wasn't too bad. It just didn't get a lot of critics didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the audience didn't like it either.
So it didn't get a lot of praise.
Yeah, and didn't do well in theaters at all. But I thought it was okay.
I'm glad she's making a name for herself with the Creed franchise.
Yeah. Well, she's coming out with Men in Black.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, that should launch. I think it comes out next year.
Yeah.
So I think that'll make money. She'll be fine. And then she's still Valkyrie, so when the next Marvel movies comes out, she'll be fine. She'll still be in the limelight. She'll be all right.
Yeah.
So then we have So I'm going to list three more people. So we have Dolph Lundgren.
Okay. Ivan Drago. Yeah.
Yeah, Ivan Drago. Then we have his son, Viktor Drago, which is played by Florian Montanu.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Fun fact about him, he's actually a real life heavyweight boxer.
Wow.
So, I found out about this too. It's so, in the first Creed, Michael B. Jordan was pretty ripped, but obviously this guy, Viktor Drago, is like a beast.
Yeah.
So he was actually bigger. He actually lost 20 pounds.
Wow. And he was still, and I was reading how he was actually, even still when he lost that, he was still 25 pounds over.
Yeah. Michael B.
So
Jordan had to gain 25 pounds. He had to lose 20 pounds. And he
so
still looks like he could eat Michael B. Jordan when they're next to each other.
Michael B. Jordan is skin and bones. Yeah.
Compared to him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, but I think he did a good job. Dolph Lundgren is actually a very good actor.
I think so. I think so too. I think he did a really good job with it.
The only things I really, I think he's mostly known for obviously in the Rocky movie, and then Universal Soldier.
Yeah, he's done a lot in the '80s though. I mean, remember he was in He-Man, Masters of the Universe. Yeah, he did a lot in the '80s.
It's kind of weird. I'm really surprised they haven't tried to remake that movie yet.
And did you know that he played the Punisher back in the '80s?
No, I didn't know that he played the Punisher back in the '80s.
Yeah, they had a Punisher movie back in the '80s. He was the Punisher.
Okay.
They didn't do too well, but he played the Punisher in the movie.
Well, I don't think any of the Punisher movies have ever done well.
Yeah.
Because even the two that came out recently, well, not recently, but like what was the last one, Warzone? That didn't do too well.
Yeah.
And the one before it, I think, was just called The Punisher. That didn't do too well. That was one with John Travolta.
Yeah. Which I didn't think was a bad movie.
It was bad. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah.
The best part was when he ties him to his cars, though.
Oh, yeah. And it blows up. Yeah.
That was pretty funny. But yeah, I didn't really notice. Yeah, I guess he's been in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Then we got Felicia Rashad, who plays Mary Ann Creed, so Apollo's widow,
who is amazing. Yeah,
stepmom. Yeah, she hasn't been in a lot for a while.
Felicia Rashad, she's done some stuff. I know she's been in some Tyler Perry movies. She's been in a few stuff.
Recently?
I think so.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in anything in quite some time, except for the Creed movies. Yeah,
she's been in some Tyler Perry stuff, and I think she's done made appearances in other shows and stuff. So, I mean, she's been doing pretty good. She keeps her career going. So
okay. Yeah. All right, and then we have a couple other people, but I really don't think they need to be mentioned.
No, I think one more person, because she was also in part 4. We can't forget Bridget Nielsen, who played.
Yeah, that's true. She had a big part in this movie.
I think so too.
Yeah, she plays Ivan Drago's ex-wife. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, especially how the story connects. So I think she's a big part of it.
Yeah. So yeah, she plays Ivan Drago's ex-wife, and she's a mother, obviously, of Viktor.
Yeah.
And I actually liked her role. I think she was actually very convincing.
I
kind of hated her.
Oh yeah, she's a bitch. Kind of felt his pain. She was a bitch in the movie. Really well. Absolutely, especially how she deaded him because he didn't win, and in this one it showed, and it proves that she was a real bitch because she left her son, especially in the biggest moment of his career. So she did a good job of playing a bitch. So,
would you give her an award?
Absolutely. She definitely deserves an award for being a bitch.
Yeah. Then you have Milo Ventimiglia, whatever. I call him This Is Us, the This Is Us guy. He plays Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Balboa.
He started in actually part in Rock. I call it part 6, which is the movie is called Rocky Balboa.
Yeah. Wasn't he in Heroes?
I believe so. I believe so.
I think he was in Heroes.
And
I gotta
did you
check.
know? Did you know? His character, in part 5 is actually originally was Sylvester Stallone's real son in real life, but he died in real life in
Sylvester
part 5.
Stallone's son died in real life?
Yeah. So
Oh,
his
okay.
character in part 5 when he was a little kid, that was Sylvester Stallone's actual son, but he passed away in real life.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
sad. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he came back in Rocky Balboa when he was growing up, and they've always had that kind of estranged relationship in their characters, because in part 6, he was, he he got caught up in his career, so it kind of separated them. And this film, they definitely were separated for years. It doesn't
Right.
really, I don't think it really goes into detail of what happened to them. I just know they just had a very estranged relationship. So
Right. I mean, the movie, I mean, yeah, in the movie, he's only in it for like 5 seconds.
yeah,
At
in the last
the
part,
end, yeah.
yeah. But
So,
I'm glad they kind of added that into the story. I thought that was really good. How
yeah, it
they
was kind
kind
of
of
nice. It's a nice wrap
yeah
up.
yeah. I think that was good how they put that in there. So
Yeah. But I mean, that's pretty much, well, most of the cast, most of the main characters. There's
yeah,
obviously a lot of other people, but they don't really add very much to the story per se.
nah, like Wood Harris, yeah, they really
Yeah.
don't. So
They're pretty interchangeable. You could
yeah,
replace them with anyone. Right? It
yeah.
wouldn't even
I
make a
think we kind of
difference.
named. I think we named the main people.
Yeah.
So
So I know you've seen the first Creed, you've seen this one. What
yeah.
would you say was your favorite part of this Creed?
Oh, part 2.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it's just a small moment, but I think that moment when Sylvester Stallone came to the hospital after his first fight with Viktor Drago and cracked his ribs and everything,
Right.
and when he came to the hospital, and I think you could really tell, and I think that really showed his acting right there, Michael B. Jordan, because at that moment you could tell like he felt so betrayed, and Sylvester. I mean, I can't call him Sylvester Stallone, but Rocky, he was speechless because he knew he fucked up by by leaving his side.
Right.
He know he shouldn't have left his side, but he did, and Adonis felt betrayed, and you could definitely it conveys in that scene. You could tell the tension between them. So I think that's probably my favorite scene. What about yours? What's your favorite scene?
Well, let me give backstory first.
Yeah,
So pretty much the plot is that, Adonis has won. He's a heavyweight champion. It kind of
yeah,
starts off with he's having a fight. It's a quick fight. He
yeah,
wins. He becomes a heavyweight champion.
yeah,
So now he's kind of like worldwide. He's like a worldwide star now. He's
yeah,
pretty, he's well known everywhere he goes.
yeah,
So, he proposes to Bianca, and then they move to Los Angeles to start a life together. So
yeah,
while all this is happening, Ivan is training his son, Victor, to fight. And he's been training his son pretty much to fight for his whole life.
yeah,
And then Victor challenges, Adonis to a fight.
mm,
So Adonis wants to take the fight because he's still upset that Ivan killed his father,
yeah.
Apollo. So takes a fight, gets his ass handed to him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So what did you think of that first fight?
Man, what's the word I want to use? I can't say mutilated. He decimated that cat.
That was brutal, man.
Yeah, he decimated him, yo.
Yeah.
He cracked his ribs.
Yeah.
He was a monster, man.
I mean, there's that part in the movie where he punches him so hard that his
Yeah,
ribs crack.
yeah, man. He
And like Mike,
decimated him.
I have to admit, Michael B. Jordan really sold that because like I felt like my ribs were cracked
Hell, hex
when I
yeah.
heard that. I was like, oh my god.
Hex yeah. Hex yeah.
So he sold it,
He did.
but
He did. He
yeah,
did.
he got it as handed to
He did.
him
He did.
because pretty much everyone was telling him not to take this fight.
Yeah.
Rocky told him not to take the fight. Um, Felicia Rashad didn't really tell him not to take the fight, but she was like, "It's
Yeah.
not a smart idea."
Yeah.
That was pretty much the message she was conveying.
Yeah.
Um, Bianca didn't want him to take the fight either because she was
No.
like, "Yo, he's gonna pummel you to the ground."
So let me ask you something. What do you think kind of shifted everything all around? Because you know how you were just explaining how everybody kind of tried to stop him, like Rocky tried to stop him. His Felicia Rashad's character really didn't, support her. She just accepted it, and Tessa Thompson character Bianca, she didn't really want him to fight. But what do you think changed? What do you think shifted that? Okay, that made Rocky come back and said, "Okay, I can't leave his side. I got to train him. I got to be there for him." And what's her name accepts it. She even pushes and encourages him, like tries to show him, like, okay, she wants him to ask him the question for himself, like, why do you want to do this? And for Tessa Thompson eventually to encourage him and to accept them. What do you think shifted from their
Well, I think
decision?
Tessa Thompson kind of played the encouraging girlfriend fiance role.
Yeah, yeah,
So that was kind of like her role throughout the movie, really.
yeah.
I do like now this talk that he has with Felicia Rashad, and Felicia Rashad just calls him out on his complete BS, where she's like, "This is not about your dad. This is about you.
Absolutely.
You want to prove something," which I thought
Yeah.
was exactly right. In all honesty, I am not. In all honesty, I can understand why Rocky stepped away because he was kind of acting very selfish and acting
You
like the
thought you
king.
thought he was selfish?
Yeah, he was really immature because everybody
Yeah.
kept telling him, "Hey, this guy is a good fighter. He's definitely bigger and stronger than you. You don't want to pick a fight with him. You have everything to
No,
lose."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Who did you think was immature? Do you think Adonis was or Rocky
No,
was
I think
immature?
Adonis was immature.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I think
Yeah,
Adonis was immature because everyone was telling him not to pick this fight or not to
yeah,
take this fight, sorry. And
yeah,
everyone, and no matter what anyone was telling him, he had it in his mind that, hey, I'm going to go in,
yeah,
I'm going to get payback for what his father did to my father,
yeah,
and I'm going to prove to everyone that the Creed name, that we're the best,
yeah.
pretty much.
And you can kind of understand why what's his name didn't want to be involved. Rocky didn't want to be involved because his father, his own Adonis's Creed father, died in his own arms. So you could,
Right.
and he didn't want to see the same thing happen to him. So
Right. And it almost did happen to him.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because he got beaten bad. Really
He
bad.
did. He really did.
Yeah.
He really
So,
did.
and if the referee hadn't stopped that, because I think the referee stopped the call the fight at the end,
Yeah.
and then he hits him again after. That's why he
Yeah.
got disqualified. I mean,
Yeah.
Victor got disqualified. But yeah, I mean, he was taking him down easily.
Yeah, he
Didn't
was.
break
He
a
was.
sweat. So, I kind of think that Adonis was, like I said, immature. Um, when he was mad at Rocky, I was kind of like, why are you mad at Rocky? Rocky, this is what Rocky was telling you, not to
Yeah.
take this fight.
Yeah.
And the part like when he gets out of the hospital, when he's in the hospital and Rocky, comes to see him, that's that part that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could see like the abandonment on his face. Like
Yeah, the betrayal.
Yeah.
He felt betrayed. Yeah,
He felt betrayed.
absolutely.
And I'm like, yeah. I was like, he told you this was gonna happen. He told you to get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys
So what do you
yeah.
so what do you think kind of brought that reconciliation, and what made everybody kind of shifted and kind of
I think
what
they
you
just
made them
understood that
think
he's a
that?
fighter. He's just a
Yeah.
fighter. Like
Yeah.
he said it in his he's just a like like he was funny after he got his butt kicked, like he was moping around. He kind of lost all motivation to do anything
Yeah.
for a couple months.
Yeah.
I think it was like 6-7 months while he was healing up.
Yeah.
He wasn't training. He wasn't going to the gym. He wasn't really doing much of anything. He was just staying inside, taking care of his, because he had the kid at the time,
Yeah.
taking care of his daughter. But other than that, the fight that was there before wasn't there anymore. Like it seemed like he was scared.
Yeah.
So I think what changed him was that people saw it, and I think that what happened was people saw that he kind of lost the will to,
To
like,
fight.
yeah, something happened where he kind of was just moping around, and he had to get his confidence back, or
Yeah.
get himself back.
I think it
And
was
then,
really his wife's encouragement that really kind of revived that will in him.
yeah, I think she helped.
Yeah.
I think he was gonna fight him again regardless, or there wouldn't be a movie. But
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I
You're right.
think, Tessa Thompson, or Bianca, her character really helped him out.
Yeah,
Because she
I
was like,
agree.
"Hey, I believe in you. You better win." And I
Yeah.
think that helped him. Train. That helped. It gave him motivation. I would say,
Yeah.
gave him more motivation. Then when Rocky came back and said, "Hey, I'm going to help you beat this guy,"
Yeah.
that gave him more motivation. And then he was able to say, okay, whatever needs to be done, I'll train
Yeah.
however I need to train. I'll do what I need to do because, I want to beat this guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think, he started out cocky. He started out overconfident. He got humbled very badly, very quickly.
Yeah.
And then, the whole process it was kind of like a growth, character development for him.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I
I
think
agree.
my favorite part in the movie actually comes towards the end, but I'll go over that later.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty much after all of that, since he goes into the hospital, Rocky comes to see him. He kind of tells Rocky to go kick rocks.
Yeah.
They don't really talk for like a couple months. I think it's like 6, 7 months.
Yeah.
I think Felicia Rashad calls Rocky to her house, gets Michael B. Jordan to meet him there. They patch it up, and then Rocky says he'll train him
Yeah.
to beat Victor. So through all this time, Victor is like beating the crap out of everybody else too.
Yeah.
And the only reason why Victor didn't win the heavyweight championship belt was because he hit him after he was already down, so he got
Yeah.
disqualified for that.
Do you think his mom leaving had anything to do with him losing?
Who?
Victor?
Oh, in the last round?
Yeah.
Well, I think he was already pretty much beat.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of like the final blow. I think after that, he didn't have any motivation to come back.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of it was he was doing it for his dad, I think
His
mostly, but
dad.
also for his
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
To get her love, I guess.
Yeah.
And then when he saw that his mom kind of just stepped out on him again,
Yeah.
he kind of realized that, okay, she's never going to accept me.
Yeah.
And yeah, he kind of just gave up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I just loved how it kind of, in the beginning, him and his father, his father was hard on him in the beginning, but I kind of loved how he kind of showed him that love when he was in the scene. Like, okay, I got to be there for my son, and how he threw that towel in the scene, and kind of how they patched things up at the end. You could kind of tell that
Mm-hmm.
that really changed him. So.
Yeah. The one thing is, the formula for this Rocky was kind of the exact same as Rocky 4, was it? Was that the one where Ivan killed Apollo?
Yeah.
Because pretty much Ivan kills Apollo. Rocky challenges Ivan. Then then he beat him?
Yeah, he does. He beats Ivan Drago.
Yeah, in Russia, right?
Yeah.
But does Ivan beat him first and then he comes back a rematch, or
No,
he just trains and beats him?
First, Apollo fights Ivan, and Apollo gets killed, and then Rocky fights him and wins
in Moscow.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of really similar, where Adonis fights Victor but gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
Trains again, goes back to Moscow and beats him.
Yeah.
Because they have a rematch in Moscow,
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he beats him.
Oh, yeah. what you know is predicted to happen. So.
Yeah, that was going to happen.
Absolutely.
You can have a Creed movie with him losing again. I'll just be like, okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, I do like the fighting was pretty good. I still think the fighting in the first one was a little bit better.
Yeah.
But that last match was kind of brutal. There were some pretty good blows that were exchanged. I think they were
Yeah.
going at each other pretty evenly. Until Victor's mother walks out, Bridget.
Absolutely.
Until
The bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, when she walks out, that's when he kind of just gives up and he
Yeah.
just loses.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight. Like they were going toe to toe.
Yeah. And do you think Ivan Drago, you know how he kind of lost a lot of pride when he lost the fight and he lost his wife and the country turned their back on him. Do you think, of course that had a lot to do with him as far as pushing his son and wanting his son to win. But do you think he actually did it because he loves his son, or do you think it's purely selfish reasons for his ego?
You mean training his son at the
Yeah,
beginning? I think he did it for his own ego at first
yeah,
because that's the way that they kind of are portraying it is that the son is kind of like his redemption.
yeah,
So he's going to use the son to get back into the good graces of everyone.
yeah,
Because even at that part where they're at a dinner party,
yeah.
and then that's when he first meets Bridget Wilson
After all
at a
those
dinner party.
years,
Yeah, and
yeah,
then him and the son go out, they talk, and then
yeah,
the son is like, "Why are you here? Why are you trying to make these people like us? Because they abandoned you.
yeah. She abandoned you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she abandoned you.
Yeah,
So he didn't quite understand, why his dad was trying to get back in the good graces of the people that abandoned them. So,
yeah,
but pretty much, it plays out the way you expected. They have that last fight. Adonis um comes back. What's really funny is that he broke his ribs again and he still beat him.
and he still beat him. Yeah,
Yeah,
still beat him. It's
which is
crazy.
definitely movie
Yeah.
because that would never happen in real life.
No, heck no. He would have been done.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would have been done. That's definitely
yeah,
a movie, but yeah, so yeah, he beats him, and then I liked when the dad just throws in the towel at the Ivan throws in the towel at the end. You know,
absolutely.
Victor's really angry and upset, and then
Yeah,
Ivan's like, it's okay," and he hugs his son.
yeah,
And then in the next scene, I believe, is when you see them running together.
yeah,
That was actually kind of my favorite scene because it kind
yeah,
of shows a like some respect,
yeah, absolutely.
and also shows kind of like he's kind of saying to his son, "I'm not going to abandon you the way others
Your mother.
abandoned." Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm gonna be there for
yeah,
you.
I'm gonna be there for you. So that's my favorite scene of the movie. But all in all, and there's a lot. There's a and that last part where what's it, Adonis,
Goes to the grave,
the grave, yeah, and
makes peace with his dad.
and
Yeah,
gives that little speech.
yeah,
I like that ending too.
yeah.
And then Rocky meets his son and his
And Pat,
grandson.
yeah, and patches back things up with him
Yeah.
again. So
So I think it tied in well. In all honesty, like you said before, I think if they ended it, this would be the best way to end it because all of the loose ends have been tied up.
absolutely, absolutely.
Adonis won. He made peace with his dad and
Yeah,
their legacy. Rocky made peace with his son and his grandson. And Victor and his son. I mean, sorry, Ivan and his son are good.
yeah,
So I think this would be like the perfect ending, but obviously this is
absolutely.
not.
I mean, of course, within the movie, without making the movie, of course, like just with the characters in itself, Adonis is gonna go on to fight other fights,
Right.
But I think they should just leave it at that, because I just love how they connect. They did an amazing job. I think Ryan Coogler did an amazing job, just bringing back the story and connecting Creed 1 to the old Rockies and how they brought this Creed 2, how they connected. I think it was an amazing idea for them to bring back the Dragos and how everything just connected. I think it was just perfect, man.
I actually do too. I think it was actually Sylvester Stallone's idea was to bring back the Dragos, and I
Oh,
didn't know how
really?
they were going to do it,
Yeah,
but he handled it really well
I think so
because
too.
you actually felt for them. Like I
Yeah,
actually felt, because usually but it happens to a lot of athletes too. Like if they lose, and they go back to, their country, they don't have anything.
yeah,
Because pretty much what after he lost, when he went back, his wife left him,
yeah,
everybody turned on him, so he was living really poorly
yeah,
because he didn't have anyone. He didn't have any help. And that happens to a lot of foreign athletes. It also happens to a lot of athletes here too in the
yeah,
US, where you see like the stories of football players, basketball
yeah,
players. At the top of their game, they have everything, but
yeah,
once they're retired, and they don't make as much money as they used to, and they lose,
yeah.
if they didn't prepare properly for retirement, they lose a lot of that money.
Hmm.
Most of the friends go. The
Yeah,
friends are already
absolutely.
gone. Though the friends go. The wife goes usually. They're just there living in poverty.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. But just the way that they created the story and how they connected everything, the old and the new, and how they ended it. I think it was just perfect, man. And personally for me, I think this is the best movie out of the Creed and the Rocky franchise.
this is your number one out of Rocky and Creed.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. That's a
definitely.
bold statement.
Yeah, it's an amazing story. And I just love how they connected it. And
I would have to
Michael B.
watch the
Jordan,
other Rockies again because it's been a while since I've watched them.
I could give you, I could kind of give you like a small breakdown. Part one, of course, um, he meets Adrian, his love, and he fights Apollo Creed, but he loses to Apollo Creed. Part two, um, he fights Apollo Creed again, and he wins against Apollo Creed, and he wins the championship, and he marries Adrian. Part three, he fights Mr. T. Part four, he fights Ivan Drago, and Apollo Creed dies. Part five, from the injury from Drago, he had to retire from boxing, but he had trained another boxer, which kind of turned against him, and then they did a street fight, and of course Rocky won. In part six, he felt like he just had some demons that he had to kind of deal with, so he did his last fight, and which was Rocky Balboa, and Creed won, of course, bringing back Adonis Creed and so forth. So
So yeah, pretty much standard stuff.
that's it. That's it. All
So
around.
so the next one is going to be him fighting Mr. T's son.
You think so?
No, 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 no,
You crazy?
no. But I could definitely see them
I
trying to
bet you
do
they'll
that.
probably try to do
That's probably one of
that.
the ideas that they have right now.
Yeah.
They're like, why don't we bring Mr. T's son back? And
Yeah, man,
I'm like,
yeah, which
no,
will be a
no, no.
horrible, horrible
Yeah.
idea.
Like I was listening to this one podcast. This one guy said it was pretty funny. He said that they should bring Carl Weathers back.
Yeah, which was his dad.
Yeah, but actually, it's not his dad. It's like Carl Weathers' twin brother. So like Apollo's twin brother.
Yeah.
Um, he
Oh
has to
yeah.
fight Apollo's twin brother.
Oh heck no, that would be so stupid, man. That would be so stupid. Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, that would be such a stupid idea, man.
Hollywood, they probably do that too. They were like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good idea. Let's put it on the board.
Yeah. So what grade are you giving this movie?
So I would definitely give this movie an A.
Me too.
I think the acting is well done. I can't really find any fault with the actors. I mean, everyone
No,
did a good job.
I think so.
I think the story was well written. Yeah, I mean, the story was pretty predictable, and yeah, it's kind of a rehash of Rocky Four. But I think the story was it's decent. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the villains are really good. I liked Ivan. And Victor. I really like their relationship, and I
Yeah.
like that they made them. They humanized them,
Yeah.
so they weren't just like big bad. I'm going to beat
Yeah.
up everybody villains. Like you could actually feel for what happened to Ivan and and Victor, like what they
I
went
agree
through.
with that. They definitely gave humanity to those characters. I
Right.
definitely agree with you on that.
And that's what I
Yeah.
like. I like movies that give humanity to, I guess,
Yeah.
aka the villains,
Yeah.
because it shows that it's not all one sided.
Yeah.
So just because sometimes things happen, and sometimes just things happen. So it's
Yeah.
not like just some brooding big guy that just had no emotion. I think that would have been just,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but I don't like those type of villains usually.
Yeah. Not at all.
But yeah, I mean, Felicia Rashad was great. Tess Thompson did her thing. The fights are really good. I especially like the last fight. I thought it was when they were exchanging blows in the beginning, and they were really going at it during the last fight. Sorry.
Yeah.
The first fight, not the first fight, the second fight where Victor beats him
Yeah.
was pretty quick, but very brutal. That
Yeah.
was a pretty good fight too. And then I don't know if I'm missing anything. Can't really think of anything. I don't really think there's anything I would change about the movie.
Not at all.
Yeah, I
Not
think
at all.
they
I think
ended it
everything is
really.
perfect.
Yeah, I think they wrapped it up really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't really think of anything. So,
Not at all.
well,
I have to agree with you. I'm going out. I'm going with an A as well.
okay. Yeah, I guess we'll see if they make a third one. We can review that, but
Absolutely.
I don't think it's gonna be that good.
Nah. I'm predicting it's not
I'm
going to be
hoping
as
they
good.
surprise me, but
I think Creed 2 is going to be the best one.
I wouldn't be surprised if he read that script. He's like, nah, I'm not playing Adonis anymore. This is crap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get some no name dude.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, because I mean, he's big enough now where he can do that. He can be like, I'm not gonna play this anymore. The script is garbage.
Do you think it could hurt his career if he does decide to take a bad script?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh.
I mean, you're an actor, so one movie can either catapult your career or like completely destroy it.
True. You're right.
All it takes is like one bad movie.
Yeah.
Especially if I mean, since he has a lot of movies under his belt, I don't think one really bad movie will destroy his career.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if that was the case, Fantastic Four would like demolish his career.
Yeah.
But I think if enough of them come, so like, if he does Creed 3, for instance, and that's crap.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does another movie after that, and that's crap. I
don't think people would.
Yeah. People will stop checking for him. So they're like, I'm not going to watch any of his movies.
I think I'm kind of 50-50 because I think most of his fans are, of course, the women. So I think
that's true.
I think they're always going to support him. I think he's always gonna...
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, there's a difference between supporting someone on like social media and all this other stuff and actually going out and spending money to see their movies.
Yeah, you're right.
Like they'll still like Michael B. I mean, women like Michael B. Jordan, so he's still gonna be, women are still gonna be fawning over him. But just because they fawn over him doesn't mean that they'll pay money to go see his movies.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
I mean, perfect example. Look at Will Smith and After Earth.
Yeah, true.
That destroyed his career. That was it. Yeah. He's never been the same after that movie.
No, but I think that was for a good reason. I think he took some time off to help his son.
Nah, that's what he's saying. He was butthurt over like the horrible reviews he got for that movie. It was trash. You know how I feel about Jaden Smith.
So yeah,
just leave it there. It was trash. He's not a good actor. Stop putting him in stuff. He's not a good actor. He's not his dad. Stop casting Jaden Smith in movies. That's all I'm going to say on that. But yeah, I don't. Not After Earth was horrible. You haven't seen that movie, have you?
I haven't seen it.
Yo, watch that movie, man. You'd be like, man, this is garbage. This is like straight up garbage.
I laugh because my scene partner for my acting class, his reaction, he had the same reaction.
Dude,
he,
watch
had,
that movie. You'll say the same thing. You're like, man, this is trash. This is
he had the same reaction, man. It was so funny. He's like,
dude. Dude, literally the whole movie is just him running around in the woods.
he said, "Oh yeah." He said, "Man,
Yeah,
Jaden Smith is horrendous."
yeah. Just him running around the woods whining the whole time. I'm like, yo, what the crap is this?
Yeah. Oh man.
Because Will Smith, like, okay,
How
spoiler
did Will
alert
Smith do in it?
for After Earth. So Will Smith, they go to Earth, right? Earth
Yeah.
is uninhabitable at this time. They
Uh-huh.
crash land on Earth.
Uh-huh.
Will Smith breaks his leg, so he can't move. He breaks his leg, or something happens to him. I forgot what happens. He gets injured really badly. Can't move.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith has to go find the communicator or something to call for help.
Yeah.
So Jaden Smith is running around the forest by himself, trying to find help, trying to find this device to call, help for his dad.
Yeah.
And Will Smith is just pretty much in his ear trying to help him out through the whole process.
Yeah.
And Jaden Smith is just whining the whole time while he's going through all the trials and,
Yeah.
fighting the monsters and everything else. And it's just annoying. Like, he's just annoying. I'm like, you know what would have made a movie a lot better if Jaden Smith was the one that was injured and Will Smith had to go out there
Yeah.
and find those things.
Yeah.
And then Jaden was just in there. He didn't talk or anything. He was just in the ship.
Crazy, man.
That would have made, dude, if that had been the movie, that'd have been a lot better.
Yeah. You and that guy, you and my scene partner, you guys are like, he was like, oh yeah. He was like, he was horrendous.
Straight garbage.
He was horrendous in the film.
Yeah, he was horrendous, dude.
Oh, that's
Almost
so funny.
killed Will Smith's career.
Yeah, he did. He did.
You notice that Will Smith hadn't put him in any of his other movies since then.
Yes.
He learned his lesson quick. He's like, nah, man. I can see Jaden come up to him. It's like, I have an idea for a movie there. It's like, no, you're not doing it in my movies.
But I think after that movie, I think when he started kind of getting back into filmmaking, I think he's been doing pretty good for himself. Like, I thought the Focus movie was pretty good, and I thought what's the movie? I forgot. He's like a superhero in that.
Hancock.
Yeah, no, not Hancock.
Oh,
Margot
you mean
Robbie.
Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. Actually, that movie was horrible, but Will Smith was pretty good, and so was Margot Robbie.
Yeah, and I think
who was horrible though? Jared Leto.
Yeah. I don't
as a
think
Joker.
I didn't think he was a good.
That was the worst Joker I've ever seen. It was kind of like a goth kid playing Joker.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
Who's the best Joker?
Oh, Dark Knight, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, you think he was better than? I know they were different, but you would still give it to Heath Ledger.
You know what the thing about Heath Ledger is? Like, when they first announced it, I was like, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
But he was really menacing.
Yeah, he was.
Like, he actually sold crazy really well.
Yeah, he did.
Like, just the way the Joker, like, he acted as a Joker.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, there's something wrong with this guy.
Yeah. And it took his own life in his real life, man. You know,
he died from an overdose of prescription pills or something like that.
Yeah, because he wanted to make it real. You know, that's what method actors do.
Well, like Christian Bale, like he just gained like 50 pounds to play Dick Cheney in Vice.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, why don't you just play?
Yo, you ever seen that movie? That's crazy. Like how Christian Bale, you know, went through all those changes. Like, you remember, like in the Dark Knight and those Batman movies, he's all big and buff. But I think during that time, you know, before the Batman movie, he was in a movie called The Machinist, I believe it's called.
Yeah, where he had to, thin dude.
He was like super skinny.
Yeah, he's gonna have medical issues in the future.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to Tom Hanks. He kept gaining weight, losing weight, and now he has diabetes because of that.
Tom. Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
So we should barely need to watch out.
Yeah.
Because he gains like 50 pounds, then he loses like all this weight. You remember when 50 Cent tried to lose all that weight for that stupid movie?
Yeah.
The garbage movie came out with.
What did you think about that movie?
God, that movie was garbage, son. He was like, he was like, I'm gonna be a real actor. I'm like, no, man, you suck, first of all. Like, he's a horrible actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care how much weight you lose. Still a bad actor.
How do you think he did in
Because in Power, he's a horrible actor.
Yeah, he is. He is.
How do you think he did in what?
I was gonna ask you, how do you think he did in Power?
No, he's a horrible actor in Power.
Yeah,
I don't even know why he's even in there. Like, I understand his character.
Yeah.
They should have just gotten somebody else to play his character because he's garbage. Like, he's just like, ha.
Yeah.
Ghost gonna get it now. I'm like, yo, dude, stop trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not convincing anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bad.
Yeah.
Just like if you ever saw his movie Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, he was bad in that.
Yeah, that's a horrible movie too.
Yeah. True.
All of his movies are garbage. I haven't seen that one good 50 Cent movie.
I wonder how that one movie is, the one with him and where they go on those heists.
Oh,
I
is that the one
movie.
with
Ice Cube's son?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I want to see that movie.
Yeah, well, he just needs to stop acting. He needs to go back to rapping or something.
You're crazy, man.
But I guess his rapping career is pretty much over, so that's all you can really do.
Yeah, he's doing business. He's still producing shows and everything like that. I think he's gonna.
Power's a good show.
Yeah,
because I like Ghost. I mean, the guy that plays Ghost is really good.
Yeah,
the guy that plays Tommy is awesome.
Yeah,
love that character.
Yeah,
like he doesn't need to be in a show. Like his character should stay, but they should replace his character with somebody else that can actually act. Because they make the show a lot better.
Well, he died in the last season.
Oh, I haven't seen. I think I watched up till season 3.
Yeah. Man, there was, I know this is off topic. There was so much sex in that. in that season. In season 3, oh my god!
I think there was one episode where like they open up with Ghost and what's the girl's name? The Hispanic girl.
Yeah,
they're like butt naked in a bed, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
what the?
Yeah, and how Tommy got those 2 white girls from like some kind of restaurant or something. I was like, dang. That show was like a porno, dog. Well, it's a good show, though. It's a good show. It's a really good show.
It's a good show, but yeah, it's
a really good show.
You think it's run its course, though? You think it should end?
No. I think they should keep it going if they keep the writing good. Yeah, I think it's a good show. I was hooked. I remember when I was leaving Atlanta back in 2014, and my boy, like, he was like, yeah, man, this is a good show. I was like, let me check this Power joint out. Man, I watched the first episode and I was hooked. I stayed up the whole night binging it. I watched the whole season, man. I haven't watched the last couple of seasons. I want to go back and watch those. But I think all around, I think it's a great show. Just like you said, I think Omari Hardwick, I think he does a great job as Ghost. Mm-hmm. And Tommy's his character is amazing too. So all around,
yeah, Tommy's really man. Have you ever seen an interview with that guy?
No,
he's like so different in real life. Like he's like he's really clean cut. He's really like
like a gentleman,
like chill, relaxed. Yeah, it's just really funny seeing that dude is Tommy pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good show.
I think it's a good show. Yeah, and I think I could see it going for like a couple more seasons. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's stop this.
Yes, sir.